What is going on, you guys? Welcome to my channel where we talk all things money, real estate, personal finance, and entrepreneurship. In today's video, we're going to be talking about real estate. If this is your first time on this channel, my name is Anthony. I'm a 24-year-old entrepreneur / real estate investor, and I need a haircut. If you watch this video, you will know exactly how you can live for free, not worry about paying any rent, and maybe even have a positive cash flow every month. Now, paying rent or a mortgage is typically the #1 most expensive bill for most people. Housing is becoming less affordable and can cause a real dent in your pocket, or such a struggle to keep up with that most people live paycheck to paycheck just to make sure that they have a roof over their head. If this is your situation or you don't want to be in this situation, you might want to consider house hacking. After all, house hacking will allow you to live for free, if not cover a huge chunk of your rent. And not to mention all the other benefits you would get involving real estate, such as appreciation and tax benefits. Heck, you might even have a positive cash flow every month. So you might be asking, what is house hacking? And will it really allow me to live for free? Before we get into the details, I have to put out a disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. These videos are for educational purposes only. Investing of any kind involves risk. Your investments are solely your responsibility, and do your own research. So with that being said, let me tell you what house hacking is. House hacking is a strategy where you acquire a multi-unit property, which is anything more than one unit, live in one of the units, and use that money to pay for the property and other expenses associated with owning that property. When done correctly, you can most definitely live for free and even generate positive cash flow. Doesn't that sound amazing? You get to live for free, have an appreciating property, receive tax benefits and write-offs, and potentially get positive cash flow every month. If you don't consider that a win, then I don't know what is. If you guys are getting any value in this video, please do me a favor. Go ahead and thumbs up this video and subscribe. Each and every one of you who do so will help this channel out tremendously and help reach more people like yourself. And if you want to be notified every time that I post, hit that notification bell. I'll be posting 2 new videos every week. Thanks guys, let's get back to it. Now, to add on why house hacking is so great, you don't need to put the typical 20% down on the property. Since you will be living in it, you can purchase the property with as little as 3.5% down. That means if you have $10,000 saved up and you decide you want a house hack, you can buy a property that's selling for $285,714. Again, I'm saying you can buy a $285,000 property with only $10,000. That's exciting. Compared to if you were to put 20% down to acquire this property, that would be $57,142. That's a huge difference. This is done by using an FHA loan. However, there are some requirements to be approved for the FHA loan. You will need to have a credit score of at least 580 to be able to put 3.5% down. Anything below that, but above 500, you will need to put at least 10% down. You need a mortgage insurance premium, a DTI or debt to income ratio of less than 43%, have the intent of living in the property for at least 1 year, and you must have a steady income and proof of employment. The next question you may have is, where do I find these multi-unit properties? You can find these deals through the MLS if you have access to it. You can only access the MLS if you have your real estate license and have joined a brokerage. So unless that applies to you, you'd have to pair up with the real estate agent. You can also find deals through wholesalers. Wholesalers finds deals and sells that contract to make money. So in a way, they've basically done the hardest part for you, which is finding the deal. But you need to do your own due diligence as far as inspections and running the numbers to make sure the deal is right for you. Another way to find deals is through online platforms that have FSBO listings, or for sale by owner. That can include Craigslist, Facebook, and much more. The thing with FSBOs is they typically have less competition since they are off-market deals. Deals that are on the MLS are on market, so they have more visibility and more exposure. Lastly, you can find deals by driving for dollars. Driving for dollars is basically you getting in your car, driving around, and looking for properties that are distressed or has an FSBO sign in front of it. The last major factor of the house hacking process is finding tenants. Without tenants, you'd have no rent to collect to use for property expenses. One way to find tenants is to put a sign in front of the property. Although this is one of the oldest methods, it's still effective. Put as much information as possible on the sign to weed out inquiries that won't qualify. Another way to find tenants is through Craigslist. Craigslist allows you to post listings for free. Again, put as much vital information on there so you can filter out and have only pre-qualified inquiries. The last way to find tenants is through a real estate agent and the MLS. Again, the MLS is not public, so you will need access to it. Just keep in mind that you would need to pay them a fee, but it might be worth it for getting a great tenant. House hacking is a great way to acquire a multi-unit property with little money down and make it your residence and live for free, while still receiving all the benefits of owning real estate. The cool thing about this process is that you can repeat it again and again if you want. Say you live in the property for a year and then decide you want to buy another multi-unit property to move out to and repeat the whole house hacking process. You could then place another tenant in the unit that you were initially living in and have another property to live in and more units to rent out. If you guys like this video and want to see more content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. I plan to give as much value as I can and make a bunch of content about money, real estate, personal finance, and entrepreneurship. If you guys have any questions or comments about house hacking, drop a comment below and I'll do my best to answer them. Don't forget to also follow me on all the socials. And go ahead and click that notification bell if you want to be notified every time that I post a new video. I'll be posting 2 new videos every week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.